Hello! I want to show you how you can quickly create a new Python library and set up a local development environment for it. If you know what to do, it takes really little time. So, let me show you how you do that. First thing you need to do is to find a proper name for your library. And if you want the library to be public, you start from pypi.org and just check if there is a project with same name already. And in my case, for this demonstration, I will create an extension for Pandera library. Pandera itself is a great library to provide type checking for pandas data frames. And I have several small Python files that I use on top of Pandera to improve type checking. Probably, ideally, I should create a pull request to Pandera to add these files in there, and probably I will do this in future. But today, for the sake of demonstration, I will create a new Python library from these files. So, first thing I do is I check that the name I want to give this library doesn't exist. So Pandera exists, but I want to create a library called Pandera X. It doesn't exist. That's fine. So then I go to my GitHub and create a new repository with this name. It actually is not necessary that you have the same names between package and between repository, but I try to do that, and you can also do that. Okay, so I will provide some description. Okay, we'll add a README file. We'll select the license, so I will use MIT. And okay, I will select also gitignore for Python. Okay. And yeah, now I need to create a repository. We'll do that. Okay. So I have the new repository created. The next thing I do is I check out this repository locally. So in my case, I will use this URL, but if you prefer authorizations through password, you will use this one. Okay, so here I clone it. Yeah, we'll select where to clone. Okay, we'll clone it here. Okay, so I have the repository cloned, and the next thing I do is I will open it in PyCharm. You can use other editor if you want, for example, VS Code. Okay. Okay, here is it. So what do I do next? I will use Poetry for package creation and dependencies management, and I find Poetry super helpful and easy to use. So in order to use Poetry, I will create a pyproject.toml file. Okay, and I will fill it with some content in a couple of minutes. Then I will create structural folders for the files that I want to add. So see what I do. So I create an src folder, and then I create a folder for the package name in here, and then I add an empty init file in there. Okay, done. So what do I do next? I have prepared the files already, so here are they. So I will just add them to src. In your case, you will write the code here. Okay, it's done. And now I need to provide contents inside this project file by pyproject.toml. So I have prepared some template for that. So we'll paste it here and explain you what to do with it. So first I will provide a name for the library. Oh, sorry, it's Pandera. Okay. So version like this for beginning. Okay, so we will use description from here. Then yeah, you provide your email here, license, we'll keep it like that, readme, okay, we'll fill it later. Then provide a link to the repository. Okay, keywords. So I'll provide some keywords here, like Pandera type check. Okay, Pandera, schema, pandas. Okay. Then these classifiers. So here you can provide things that will be appropriate, some like description properties of your package. I will show you what it looks like for Pandera, for example. So here they have these classifiers, and I will use only topic for now. And for topics, you can you can search to them, and you can also find the proper topic in the documentation, like that. So you can check out what fits your needs. In my case, I will use the same as for Pandera. Okay, then I provide dependencies. So dependency to Python, dependency to PyTest, because I will write a test for that. Then there will be some dependency for pandas, and I will just use like any pandas, and some dependency for Pandera. And for Pandera, I will use the latest version, but in reality, of course, you will think about like how to set up the dependencies. Okay, so I've provided it. Then yeah, build system requires, I will keep it as is for now. So I've filled the mandatory fields of the PyProject file. So I've added src files. What I will do next is I will create folder for tests to make sure that my code works as I expected, and we'll just add one test in there. Okay, so I will do that. We'll also put an empty file in there, and yeah, I have the test already prepared. Where is it? Yeah, here is it. So also we'll put it here. So this test basically just runs one of the functions, and you may see that at the moment environment is not set up, so that's why all these things are highlighted in red. So I will do that. It's also really quick. Yeah, and in order to do that, I will create a new environment where I will install Poetry so that you will see how it works. But in your case, you probably already have an environment with Poetry, so just use it, or like you will install Poetry if you don't have it. So I will create a fresh environment with Conda first. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's done. Then I activate it. So again, in your case, you probably don't want to create a fresh environment, so you can just use your default one for that. Now I have Poetry installed, and I want to create an environment for this particular project. So what I do is I go here, okay, and add a new local interpreter, go to Poetry environment, and yeah, now I need to select base interpreter and provide a path to Poetry. So see how I do that in this case. And by the way, yeah, I do this on Mac in my case, but you can also do this on Linux and Windows. It's just be some tiny difference between like what do you need to install for this to work. Okay, so I have Pandera Poetry, then you go inside and select Python. Okay, it's done. And then path to Poetry also will select proper one. So it already has refocused. Oh no, hasn't refocused. Okay. So we'll refocus it here, here, and select Poetry. Oh, there is no Poetry because I haven't installed it yet. Okay, so I install Poetry. Okay, done. Here is it. Okay, and I press OK. So that new environment is being created. super. Okay, apply and close. Okay, great. So now I have environment created, and now it's linked with my PyCharm project. So what I do next is I run poetry log, and poetry log basically scans my pyproject.toml file and creates a file with all the dependencies and with matching versions for them. And then after I did it, I do poetry install. Okay, so now all the dependencies from log file are installed inside the environment. And what I expect to see is that, yeah, now these are not highlighted in red, though, yeah. And this file is already selected as a source root, but sometimes it's not done by default. In order to do that, you need to click mark as sources root here. In my case, it's already marked, but yeah, in order to mark, I will do it like that. Sources root, yeah. So now it's sources root. And yeah, then I just provide the proper name here. Okay, schema helper. Next. Okay, so now it already sees the file. Let's see if the test will pass. Okay. Okay, it has passed. Great. And now I will create a README file and provide some basic information. Oh, it's already created by GitHub. Okay, so I have it here, so I can provide a couple more information here, and GitHub Copilot helps me with that. Okay, some examples here. I won't write it down for the demonstration. It's not that necessary, but yeah, you will write down what you want in this README file so that people will see proper information on pypi and on your GitHub. So I've done that. Then what I do is I commit everything and push it. So I have it. And okay, I will just write the initial version is edit. Okay, so we'll commit it. We'll push it. And yeah, if you do this for the first time, your client may ask you for authorization. In my case, I have provided the token already, so it works. Okay, so I have everything in GitHub already. See? And now I want to build and publish the package. And in order to do that, I need to go to my pypi account first. Okay, so I'm in now, and what I do next is I go to account settings and to token here. I add the API token. So I add a demonstrational one. Okay. Create token. So now I copy token, go to the terminal, and yeah, I write the following: poetry config IP config pypi token pypi, and paste my token. Let me check. Pypi token pypi. Yeah, looks like correct. Okay, I've done that. Then what I do is I do poetry build. So poetry builds. Oh, sorry, it's in the wrong folder now. So we'll go to the proper one. Next, okay, and yeah, we'll do poetry build here. Okay, it has built the library, and now I want to publish it. So as I've provided the token, it should publish the library already, and next time I will update the version, it will just work with publish. So see. Okay, so it should be published already. Let me check. Here is it. So I have it here. README file is displayed here. And that's it. The library is created. I have a public folder, public repository for that. I have it published on pypi. And now I can easily update the version. So for example, if I will, let's say, update something in README. So, okay, I will bump this version and probably provide an example of how I can check the schema. And then get schema columns, like that. So I've had a tiny modification in the README, and then I commit it and push. Okay. Then I do poetry build again. So it's a new version now, and I publish it. Okay, let me check. It's done. So I see an updated version here. It's already available. And that's it. So it's really easy. So you can just create a library in a couple minutes and publish it and make updates. And if you find this video helpful, press like, subscribe to my channel, and see you soon. Bye.